Hello, I'm Demi Utley, the founder here at Utley Strategies, and today I'm going to talk to you about the different types of support that's available to help you win new contracts and respond to RFPs. So whether you're brand new to the world of RFPs or you're a proposal writing veteran, sometimes you need just a little bit of help to help you bring that contract, that proposal across the deadline to actually win that RFP. So in today's video, I'm going to share a few different options you have if you need a little bit of extra help and you're not sure what is the best fit for you. So let's dive in. Okay, we will start with the most basic, and that is a template. So sometimes all you need is just a little bit of help to move you in the right direction for your RFP response. So if this is the case for you, then this is really a good fit for, I would say, organizations who are brand new to RFPs and want tips for how to actually respond to an RFP, what that should look like, how to put it all together. That's when a template can be really helpful for you. If you do need a template, we do have those. I've linked to those below this video. The next option that might be a good fit for you is actually hiring proposal experts. So templates can be great and they're a good starting point, but sometimes you don't have the time or the resources or the bandwidth to just create that content that's needed to respond to an RFP. So in that case, hiring an outside expert or some sort of expert could be a good fit for you. I view this as three different areas. So the first one would be having a temporary worker. So I see this happen with companies where, so you have like a busy season and all of the RFPs come out in May, for example, or April or May or Q2 or something. And then some companies will just hire a temporary contract worker for the season to help them respond to these RFPs. And I really like this solution if you have a lot that you're going to be responding to. So it's enough to keep them busy for the entire duration of the contract. And it's also good if you know that you need someone kind of at a last minute notice. So you have someone on staff who's devoted to this, which is a lot harder if you're working with the other two options on the list. So this is a great option if you have a busy season and a lot of RFPs you're responding to. Another option is to hire freelancers. So freelance writers are great and they can help fill in the gaps of your expertise and also give you more time to work on other things if you need help responding to RFPs. I will say that freelancers, the skill set and background can vary a lot because there are many people who maybe start out writing in a completely different area and then they started taking on proposal projects because people were requesting it. So in that case, they're not trained as proposal writers. And while they can help you actually write the proposal, they're not going to be able to advise on strategy and your competitive approach and the way that someone else might be able to. So that really just depends on what kind of support you're looking for. But it's something to keep in mind if you are hiring a freelancer to make sure that you're vetting their background if you're bidding on a really competitive RFP. So that way they can help advise on the strategy and make sure that you're positioned to win. The last option I have for outsourcing or hiring an outside expert is to actually work with a professional proposal company. So these differ from freelance writers in that proposal companies have the ability to support a lot more proposals, of course, because that's entirely what they do. They're a consulting company dedicated to that. And they also have that background and expertise. So they're able to help advise on strategy and really help you at all stages of the proposal process, a lot of times with business development and things like that as well. So if you're going after enough RFPs that you're seeing some competition and you want to really work on your strategy and your approach and work with the top experts in the field, then that's where I would suggest working with a professional proposal company because they're going to be able to help you in a way that something like a freelance writer isn't going to be able to because that's what they're focused on and they're experts in the RFP world. Okay, so another type of support that's available to help you win more RFPs is some sort of proposal automation software. So as I say in a different video, I don't think it's actually essential to have software to respond to RFPs or create proposals. There are a lot of ways to do that. But if you find that you're having issues with your process or you want to streamline some things, then that's where some sort of software can help. So I view these as falling into two main areas. One would be having a place to store your content library and having just like a centralized location where you have the most up-to-date content that's easy to search and things like that. And then the other is proposal builders that have built-in templates. Also, they tend to have a content library as well. And these I'd recommend more if you're not responding to RFPs because you don't have to restructure your proposal every time based on the RFP requirements. So I have a separate video that goes into much more detail on these, but that's something to keep in mind if you're trying to figure out what type of support do I need to help with my RFPs. Another option is to invest in training. So, especially if you're responding to a lot of RFPs or you're working on a lot of proposals, then having training to help round out your skill set is something that's going to just, of course, help you in the long run, whether it's you working on it or your team or your company. Trainings are a great way to just help you take your proposals to the next level. So, if you're trying to figure out what type of training you should do, it's important to think about what exactly do you need. So there are options for, beginner level trainings in different areas, or if you need more of a writing training, then that would be something to focus on, or strategy, or even if you're trying to learn more about a specific industry that you're trying to enter, or you're trying to understand the buyer a little bit more, asking these type of questions and figuring out, okay, well, what exactly is our gap is going to help you to get the most you can out of a training rather than signing up for a proposal training that might not be as specific as what you need, but based on your skill set. So I have a whole nother video that talks about the different types of trainings and what to look at. So make sure you check that out as well. Okay, so that was a very quick overview and introduction to different types of support that's available to help you as you're responding to RFPs and writing proposals. So now that you know a few different kinds of support that are available, it's time to choose the type that works best for you. And as I said, throughout this video, I do have several videos that go into more details on a few of these different areas. Also, we have offerings in a lot of these areas, such as our templates. We have trainings. We do offer proposal support and also review and audits and strategy meetings and things like that. So I've linked to a lot of that below this video. But if you have any questions, feel free to comment on the video, or you can always email hello@utleystrategies.com if you're not sure exactly if we have support that can help you and what would be a good fit. So that's all that I have for you today. Make sure you subscribe for future videos with more proposal tips, and I'll see you next time.